increasing the threshold of members required to support a motion for removal from 1/3 of the members of the Assembly to 2/3, and therefore set in motion the appointment of a select committee to investigate the matter. And third, Honorable Speaker, increasing the threshold of members required to support a finding of substantiated allegations by the select committee from a simple majority of the members of the county assembly to at least 2/3 of the members. Honorable Speaker, this higher threshold is justified to ensure that the county executive committee members perform their functions as set out under Article 183 of the Constitution effectively without the fear of being removed by the county assembly members. Honorable Speaker, this amendment seeks to bolster governance, stability, and accountability by ensuring that removal motions are based on substantial grounds and supported by a significant majority of county assembly members. Honorable Speaker, under Article 10 of our Constitution, it establishes national values, including good governance, integrity, transparency, and accountability. Article 185 grants legislative authority to county assemblies, allowing them to oversee county executive committees. Article 174 emphasizes accountable public power at the county level, supporting democratic governance and protecting marginalized groups. Honorable Speaker, further, Section 40 of the County Governments Act, which we are now proposing to amend, details the removal process for county executive committee members. Currently, Honorable Speaker, 1/3 is only needed to initiate and advance removal motions, which the bill proposes to increase to 2/3. I will explain later, Honorable Speaker, the reason as to why. Honorable Speaker, one is by increasing, we shall ensure there's accountability and prevent frivolous and vexatious motions. In what manner, Honorable Speaker? One, raising the threshold from 1/3 to 2/3 ensures that removal motions are grounded on serious, substantiated reasons, preventing frivolous or politically motivated actions. This also aligns to Article 47, which guarantees fair administrative action that is lawful, reasonable, and procedurally fair. Honorable Speaker, the current law threshold of 1/3 undermines due process as outlined in Article 47 of the Constitution by allowing motions with insufficient backing, leading to potential unjust removals driven by personal or political motives. Article 236, Honorable Speaker, of our Constitution protects public officers from dismissal without due process. A higher threshold mitigates political pressures and upholds the right to fair administrative action, aligning with constitutional principles. Honorable Speaker, if you compare what we are proposing with what we currently have, the national standards, the bill's proposed threshold is consistent with the removal process of cabinet secretaries under Article 152, which requires 1/4 of National Assembly members to initiate and a majority to remove. This consistency ensures regular standards for both national and county governments. Honorable Speaker, but given the localized and politically charged nature of county assemblies, a higher threshold is justified to prevent manipulation. Honorable Speaker, I want to cite a case example from one of the county assemblies in this country. That is, I want to give an example of Elgeyo Marakwet County Assembly, Honorable Speaker, which has 30 members of county assembly, MCS. Under the current law, which is 1/3, only 10 members out of the 30 are needed to propose a motion, and a simple majority of 16 is needed to pass it. Honorable Speaker, with the proposed amendment of 2/3, it will therefore mean that for that county assembly to remove that governor or to initiate the process of removal, 20 MCAs will be required to propose and pass the motion, and this ensures broader consensus and reduces the risk of politically motivated removals. Honorable Speaker, I have given an example of a county X, which has 30 MCAs. What the current law says is you only need a third to initiate the process. A third of 30, Honorable Speaker, is 10. What I'm proposing, so that we avoid manipulation of governors, we increase to 2/3, which in that county X becomes now 20 instead of 10. Honorable Speaker, someone has given an argument that, but the national law, our constitution in terms of removal of our CS is a quarter. Honorable Speaker, the argument is the National Assembly has 349 members and therefore will require a larger support base for similar motions, mitigating local political pressures. County assemblies with fewer members are more susceptible to political maneuvering, necessitating a higher threshold for fairness and stability. Honorable Speaker, currently to remove a CS, to initiate, the number is a quarter. So a quarter is 88. That one has a higher political base and even political affiliation in terms of party compared to fewer numbers in our county assemblies. Honorable Speaker, what is the justification on localized politics? Justification based on localized politics to prevent local political manipulation. County assemblies operate in localized political environments where personal rivalries can influence decision making. A higher threshold, therefore, reduces the risk of removals based on local politics rather than genuine governance issues. It also enhances stability and governance in the following manner: that a higher threshold ensures removal motions are supported by a significant majority, fostering stability within county governments, and this stability is essential for effective governance and the successful implementation of development projects. Honorable Speaker, from a judicial perspective, the Court of Appeal has opined on this matter in the following manner. The Court of Appeal has emphasized the need for procedural fairness and substantial grounds in the removal of public officers. In the case of the county government of Nyeri versus Cecilia Wangeshi Ndung'u, 2015 EKLR, the court underscored the importance of protecting public officers, those are the CECs in this context, from arbitrary removal, thereby supporting the national rationale of a higher standard. Honorable Speaker, in conclusion, the County Government's Amendment Bill 2023 is a critical measure to strengthen county governance by raising the threshold of removing county executive committee members. This amendment ensures actions as well supported and aligned with the constitutional principles, enhancing the integrity and stability of county administrators while protecting them from undue political pressures. Honorable Speaker, in a nutshell, what this bill seeks, the County Government's Amendment Bill, the Senate bill, seeks to increase the threshold of impeaching a county executive committee member from the current a third to 2/3. Honorable Speaker, this stems from the fact that there is a lot of manipulation of county governments or the county executive by the county assembly members because of the low threshold required to initiate the removal of a CEC or a county executive committee member. Honorable Speaker, under the current presidential system, where you have a county government where the governor is elected on a minority party or as an independent with a majority of the members of the county assembly from another political party. And therefore, the county governor will be susceptible to intimidations from members of the county assembly county assembly because of the because of the low threshold that is required to initiate the impeachment of a county governor or of a CEC member. And therefore, Honorable Speaker, to protect devolution, to ensure that motions are grounded on substantial grounds, there is need for this Honorable House to consider raising the threshold that is required to initiate and to subsequently impeach a county executive committee member. Honorable Speaker, that is the intention of this motion. That is the spirit of this motion. For that, Honorable Speaker, I wish to move the said motion and ask Honorable Karoli Omondi, the powerful and ranking member from Suba, to second.
Owembaya.
Well, I have high regards to Honorable Karoli Omondi. High regards. He's a good legislator. He makes good law. He sits in the chamber. Does a good job. And his people elected well. But he does not qualify. He does not qualify.
As what?
For the title of high ranking member. That title cannot... many titles may befit him. But the title of ranking member does not in any way, any instance, at any time in this 13th parliament, cannot be given to him. So I would like that, Honorable Torechich, kindly to withdraw.
No, it's okay. He doesn't have
to withdraw that title.
Order.
That title can be assigned to you, Mr. Speaker.
I do understand he wishes him that title, so don't withdraw a wish. Don't withdraw a prayer. What's the point of information? Do you wish to be informed?
Yes.
Does Owembaya wish to be informed?
Please accept to be informed. Honorable Speaker, I think I need to bring this to the attention of the Deputy Majority Leader.
Yes.
That the member here is a potential ranking member. These are few members of parliament that are working diligently at their constituencies.
Yes.
So the member knows for sure that this member is going to be a ranking member in the next less than 2 years, Honorable Speaker. So therefore, Honorable Speaker, the title
Order ranking is based on experience in parliament, not on ability. Anyway, Karoli, can you proceed and second?
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Thank you, Honorable Torechich and Honorable Owembaya for wishing me well. I hope I'll get there. Honorable Speaker, I rise to support this proposed amendment the sponsor has very eloquently and elaborately explained the background of the bill and the reasons for it. So I will not go into a lot of detail, but just to say that we have two systems of holding public office, either as an elected member or as an appointed member. And the systems come with different processes for removal. But even for those who are elected, the grounds for removal come with different processes. And I think there are reasons for this. One of which is that the will of the people must be respected at all times. Because if you want to impeach a president or a governor, you are basically overturning the will of the people. And that would, by itself, require a very high threshold, because they've been elected directly by the people. But if it is somebody who has been appointed like a CS, you will find that the threshold is lower, because the will of the people...
The Honorable Kipchumba, I hope you are listening to your seconder.
Yes.
You should be taking notes if I were you. He is mentioning very serious issues on your own motion or your own on your own amendment. So please listen. Proceed.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Secondly, under our constitution, we can be elected as members of a political party or as an independent candidates. Yet, if you get into office as a governor, as an independent candidate, or if your party happens to be the minority party within your county assembly, you are most likely exposed to extortion, manipulation, from what we have seen. And it is important that we give some protection to governors who, by the will of the people, are elected to office, either as independents or as members of minority parties. So to avoid issues of abuse of power by those in charge. Under our constitution, you will realize that the president can be impeached